Alright y'all, I'm filming right now, and here what I'm showing y'all is I'm going to be doing freeCodeCamp for a little bit. I just want to get at least 10 questions done. I might end up doing 20, but then eventually, as y'all can see here, I'm going to jump back into my code and finish this website that I'm actually doing on my own. So I'm in day 5, and I think it's pretty crazy that I'm able to do a website on my own. So hey, but listen, it is pretty easy to use HTML. I honestly think, you know, freeCodeCamp is very much helping me. But let's just jump right into this. I'm also taking notes right here in this notebook here, so if you're just seeing me look down a little bit, that's probably what's going on there. Just straight up, and not even probably, that's just what I'm doing. I'm taking notes and I'm writing down, you know, honestly every step that is popping up. That's what I'm taking down. And yeah, so I'm very excited to jump right into this. So in order for a form's data to be accessed by the location specified in the action attribute, you must give the text field a name attribute and assign it a value to represent the data being submitted. Here is an example. So they put input type text name equals name. Okay, so that's very much easy, but they want me to put a name value that equals cat photo R1 or L. I don't know what that means. So we're gonna type that in here. And I'm pretty relatively new to coding. Like I said, I'm on day 5, as y'all can clearly tell, and I started learning specifically on day 1. So yes, this is 5 days in. We're gonna submit that. Oh y'all, I did it wrong. But at the end of the day, so it says your input element. Oh, I forgot to type. See, sometimes that's what happens with freeCodeCamp. It's like I end up looking up here instead and forget that this is what I'm supposed to be typing. But you know, I'm still relatively new to coding, and I think freeCodeCamp is definitely helping. Oh, URL, guys. I thought I said R. URL. But you know, I'm relatively new. So I'm gonna end up checking that, and I'm gonna take some notes here because I'm trying to also learn while I'm doing this. So it says in order for a form data to be accessed, I'm just gonna start right there. For a forms. So yeah, this one I just wanted it to be a little bit of, you know, just being raw of me actually learning and trying to put what I'm learning to work. I think that's probably the best way to show my work as well, because if there's something, you know, easier to be coded a specific way, you guys can end up seeing the way I'm coding it or the way that I'm learning, and hopefully try to correct it if done in the wrong way. And I actually seen somebody who made videos like this where they were doing videos like coding until I get a job, but I feel like for me, I wouldn't really know what to call it. Maybe coding until I learn how to actually code, because I haven't even learned JavaScript yet. So y'all are gonna be coming along with me when I get into that. By the location specified in the action attribute, you must give the text field a name. Must give. So I was gonna say, because I feel like I can get through these problems very easily, but not easily, but quickly, you know, because sometimes I do run into things that are difficult. But I like to take notes, and then that's what really slows me down. But I think that's probably the best part, honestly. So attribute and assign it a value to represent the data being submitted. And I write slow, as y'all can see. So if I get silent a couple times, that's what's going on. Probably should stop chewing gum. I just remembered that. I know that sounds crazy on camera, huh? Probably gonna go spit this out real quick. And then I also like to end up writing the code out as well on my paper. And you know, some people may be like, oh, that's a little bit difficult to understand, but I mean, sometimes I use my notes through here, and it really helps me when I need help in certain things. And you know, I don't think using your notes is cheating, by the way, because it's stuff that you were learning, and that means I wrote it perfectly to where I understand. So that's pretty good. But let's get this going out. Right. Just gotta make sure. Alrighty, on to the next problem here. We are in 42, and I believe there's about like what, 1,800 for web development. So this is really hopefully going to teach me how to develop websites. So it says placeholder text is used to give people a hint about what kind of information to enter into an input. Here is an example of input element with a placeholder set to example Jane Doe. So, okay, so we're gonna end up after it equals, so input equals this. Oh, see, this is where it's kind of getting confusing here because it says placeholder set to example Jane Doe, which ours would be, so add the placeholder text cat photo URL to your input element. What's confusing me is, do I put this next to, like, in here before name, or do I do it after name? I feel like if I did it after name, it probably would tell me. So I'm going to do this and see what ends up happening. So I gotta put cat photo URL. And then also too, sometimes I like to look at it myself. Oh wait, but I should close it out. Are you sure? No, see, that would not work. Input text. So it says, here's an example of an input element with a placeholder set to example Jane Doe. It's used to give people a hint about what kind of information is going to be in here. Because they want me to close it off. So unless I don't close it off and probably see what happens, I think that's the only thing I could think of. Let me see. I got cat photo URL. Okay, perfect. Okay, so this is problem solving. This is the stuff I should be doing. Because I'm like, what is going on here? Because that code ends up turning off. You end up closing it. So, okay, so I got that. I gotta write that down. And this is what I basically end up doing. So let me know, guys, if this is really going to end up helping me, you know, learn how to make a website. I know a lot of people use freeCodeCamp to make a website. And, or not to make a website, but, you know, to learn about web design. And I haven't heard any complaints about it. I've heard complaints about it when it came to JavaScript and, you know, other stuff like that. Some people be like, you know, it's too difficult, or that it didn't really teach them nothing. But I heard when it came to web design, this really helped. And so far, you know, on day 5, it's helping me. I cannot wait to show you guys me making a website on my own. I think the toughest part for me though is to get an image to show. That's probably the hardest thing. So here's an example of an input. Okay, so add, I just like to write down the whole thing. This is probably, like I said, the thing that makes this so much more longer if I just didn't do this. But I really believe it is helping me as of right now. And another thing I do end up doing as well is I make ChatGPT give me a quiz. I know I keep mentioning that, but I don't know if there's, you know, gonna be new viewers or not. But ChatGPT gives me a quiz, and what I end up doing there is I answer it and see if I had learned everything I needed to learn. But I ended up messing up yesterday for day 4 because I needed to get, like, I did about 20 questions for day 4, but I needed to get to, oh, I forgot to write the code, but I needed to get to the point where you know, I needed to get to the point where I don't remember what the hell I was saying. Oh, where I finished the website, and I didn't end up getting to finish the website. So that really upset me because I really think I could have. And, you know, but I had to go grocery shopping, right? I had to do some real life stuff. I also work a full 9 to 5, not in coding, by the way, but just a regular, obviously, because I just started, but not in tech, but just a, you know, a regular old 9 to 5 that hopefully will be a story one day, because I'm be in the tech industry. Hopefully, I'm praying, but I think it's gonna end up happening. All right, so we ended up writing that. Okay, so next one, we're in step 43 here. And also too, let me know down below, how did y'all end up learning? Damn, I was hoping it wouldn't take this long, but I only did 3 questions, I think. All right, to prevent a user from submitting your form when required information is missing, you need to add the required attribute to an input element. From submitting your form when required information is missing. So to prevent them to submit something that, oh, okay, I understand. Like, you know how sometimes it has that required thing, and it will be like, you know, it's required for you to have your name here. Okay, so here's an example of the input. She put required after the name part. Okay, so before placeholder, I'm assuming you write required. And if it's not here, then it must be there. But just real quick, see, okay, that turns off the code, so to make sure. Okay, that was smart. So that one probably isn't too much, actually. So probably gonna be a little bit more silent so I can just end up getting this done, because I don't really want to, you know, film for too long. I don't know how much storage my phone has, how much I can film, because I'm filming on my phone, I could get something for my computer, but I feel like the camera on my computer, you know, doesn't look too good. And I want you guys to be able to see me clearly. Even though I know I'm like a tiny little camera on the screen, but I want you guys to see me clearly. I don't know how much storage I even have on this laptop to be recording. I'm 10 minutes into, so hey, we're gonna see. I also need to put in CapCut. I need to do a lot. So the required information and then circle input. Did I even write that? Or any from submitting the form when required information is missing. Oh, I'm stupid. Input element. Okay, write the code out. I also like too that I write the code out because it shows me exactly what I did on my notebook. I know it probably would be better to take notes on the computer, but I just have an issue when I take notes on the computer or on like notes app on my phone or something. I have a hard time going back in there. And it's not even like, it's not, because it will be really organized. So it's not even like the organization. It's not that I can't understand anything. It is simply that probably is just the hardest way for me to learn or to understand something. I just need to write it down. So even if I can't understand it here, it helps me understand mentally. I'm just hoping that me recording, hopefully this doesn't make me like not know anything. Like I'm just not learning. So to prevent a user from submitting, okay, so you put required in there. I'm probably gonna actually need to use that code often to really remember all this stuff because they're kind of just throwing stuff at me. They're teaching me about certain elements and stuff. And can they get this off my damn screen, please? I will not. Not yet. I won't be a supporter until I get my certificate. All right. See if this is worth it. Does this show my information? Okay. Ask me later. Okay, so the button element is used to create a clickable button. Okay, I've been waiting for this element, y'all. Y'all have no idea how happy I am right now. I've been waiting for this element from 4M. The button element is used to create a clickable button. Add a button element with the text submit below the input element. The default behavior of clicking a form button without any attribute submits the form to the location specified in the form's action attribute. That's going to be a lot for me to end up typing, but let's see. Add a button element with the text submit below the input element. Okay, so we're going to do button element with the text. I'm assuming it would be like this. And the thing is, y'all, is I'm assuming a lot. So if I end up getting something that looks like I knew, I didn't. Below the input, the default behavior of clicking a form button without attribute submits the form to the location specified in the form's action attribute. Are they telling me to put an action attribute, or am I just like, why are we talking about this? Clicking a form button without any attribute submits the form to the blah blah blah. I think they might be telling me to put an action attribute, so I'm just going to type it. But then it's like, but then what would it equal? You know what I mean? Because they're not telling me to put anything inside. I think I'm going to delete that for now. I'm not sure how they would want me to write that. Yeah, okay, see, I figured. So, with the text submit below the input element. Add a button element with the text submit. Oh wait, you know what? Submit is actually a code. So I think it's not like this. Your button element should have an opening tag. Opening tags have the Stenix element name. Wait, hold on. Because now I'm starting to get confused. Your button, add, I think I might actually need help with this one. Add a button element with the text submit below the input. Below the input element. The default behavior of clicking a form button without any attribute submits the form. I'm going to try one more thing. Because I can't tell. Because what's confusing me is that I could tell submit isn't supposed to be like a word. So I don't think I'm supposed to write submit in here. Because I don't think that's what they're asking. But that's why I'm kind of getting confused. Another thing I would put is, like I said, I'm gonna do the action one, But like I said, I wouldn't know. That's why I think I'm getting this wrong so far. I'm getting this wrong. But, you know, we gotta try some things to see if it works. It says I'm getting there. I'm getting there. You're getting there. Hang in there. Just kidding. Your button element should have an opening tag. But, oh, okay, hold on. I'm stupid. Wait, so then do they just want me to do this? Because no way this is what they want me to do, because why are they showing me so much elements? Button elements text should be submit before you have either omitted. A typo? Submit. I'm just going to do it like this. I'm confused. I'm super confused. Oh. Wait, no. This can't be it. Why do I keep saying oh? Now I'm saying element name. Opening tags have this syntax. Element name. Hold on. So let me close this one more time. Should be. Okay. Come on. I got this, y'all. The best part is doing random stuff. The only thing I could think of is would I put submit back here? Oh wait, they got me. Your button element should have a closing tag. Closing tags have slap. Like, is this not my closing tag? All right, y'all. I think I'm done for. I think I'm done for. Oh, I just did some BS, bro. I don't even know what the hell I was doing. I had a feel. Okay, that's really. So why are they saying the text submit and they have it in a square? Because normally when they put in the square, I don't know. That was weird. That was weird, y'all. And that's the thing. It's like, I don't know what the hell I just did, but I figured it out. And I think that's the best part of a code or of coding, is that you just start typing stuff until it starts working. And I'm very happy I just got that, to be honest. That definitely boosted me. Hold on, I need my pen. Got it over here. But, oh wait. Clickable button. What the hell did I write? Oh yeah. So add a button. I actually really want to put this in my so I'm really gonna make sure I take this note here, because this is something I want to do in my website as well, especially for it to be my first website on my own without having to ask ChatGPT for help. And looking at my notes though, I think I should be able to look at my notes. I think I should. Obviously, eventually I'm going to try not to, but I think I should be able to look. The default behavior. Damn, I spent like almost 8 minutes on that one. I'm probably going to end up doing about 5 buttons. About 5 lessons. And I'll do the rest off camera so I can get them done as slow as I need to, because I'm almost at 20 minutes here. I don't know if I cut the video down. I probably did a little bit, because 20 minutes is a long video. I know people do like an hour long, but I know damn well my phone can't record an hour long, okay? Specify. But I do want to show y'all my website, or at least me trying to do my website. Or I could probably just honestly make a new video and call it like, I don't think I can call it day 6 though. That's the problem. And then like also too, them putting a square over the action attribute, like that confuses me. But look, submit. Okay, calm down, G, calm down. So next we're in step 45. I'm gonna flip this page. I'm gonna flip this page here. I mean, I've done a 30-minute video before. Maybe I can go for 30 minutes, but I also have videos on my phone, so it might really just stop. So even though you added your button below the text input, they appear next to each other on the page. Facts. That's because both input and button elements are inline elements. Okay, so I gotta make sure I write that down, which don't appear on new lines. The button you added will submit the form by default. However, relying on default